All right, welcome. No Time to Explain, gang. It has been 3 weeks without us. I hope you missed us, but we're back. Finally,
They probably didn't notice.
Probably, you're right.
3 weeks.
Been about 3 weeks.
Damn, we
3 weeks.
Yeah,
We did other stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Man, we had some new content added to the page and everything. Hope everybody's enjoyed it if they've watched it. For the exception, probably like 2 videos because there's like over 1,000 views so far.
Turn up.
I mean, that's decent.
For the music review section. I hope you enjoyed our interviews. The last 2 will be available soon. We had some technical difficulty with almost an exploding battery. So, yeah, videos didn't get edited.
DuckTales.
But it's been resolved, so now it's going to happen.
Yay.
Anyway, we're 1 man down again for like the 3rd or 4th time. Otherwise, King Zeph here.
Mrs. Abby Friction. Hello, hello.
You might as well tell him what Suchi's at. He's calling from county. Yeah, he got ahead of that GameStop trip. The GameStop tips.
Nah, he was a part of the insurrection.
He said.
They found him out.
Nah, he was selling corn
Not
outside
Biden.
the Capitol.
He selling corn at the
He was selling
Capitol.
corn at the Capitol for the white dude.
No permit.
He went in with the writers just to say, hey, y'all trying to buy some of these mixtapes, man. Y'all trying to.
He's pushing mixtapes. Huh?
Yeah, that tofu. Yeah, hey.
Y'all need some riot music? Sir, are you with them? No, man, I'm just trying to sell these mixtapes.
Way.
So this last week or so has been very interesting. We broke the rich mentally.
Cannot compute.
404 error.
They
Rich people.
They're crying, because
Bully the billionaire.
billionaires, a whole head full.
If I knew I had the power, boy, I would have been doing that.
We do.
We do.
We do. That's the fucked
That's
up part
and
about it.
we can do it
this
again.
one thing with GameStop, Nokia, BlackBerry,
AMC.
AMC, like this is only the beginning. Like now that they know that they can do this, now that we know that this can be done, it's not going to stop.
The next one is going to be Dogecoin. I have
So many millionaires are going to be made.
I know TikTok is going crazy with it. Reddit is talking about Dogecoin again, and even on Reddit post there was somebody says, "Hey guys, we can do this." So I bought 3,000 coins. So we're gonna see what happens with this.
Man, they wouldn't let me buy
Well,
coin.
because all you need is for
I
it
was
to
gonna
get
say,
to $1. And that's it.
They limited it. How many you can purchase?
Yeah, that's
at the
why
moment.
that's why I got behind it. You got to be quick. Soon as I knew the direction it was going, that was when it was time to buy.
Should have
Because
sent out a mass text like, "Hey y'all."
that's true. I should have warned y'all. My bad.
You're a bad friend.
Well, no, I warned my other friends.
That's cool. No, it's cool.
You warned everybody else but us.
Yeah, my stock people. I warned
Okay.
them, and they bought some.
PS5 all over again.
Look, that was your fault.
I called you.
Yeah, sure. Outside the line.
We were.
There's
you know what?
there was no line.
You know what? We're not dealing with this again.
It's always the line.
We're not dealing with this again. Anyway, so yeah, we the internet broke the stock market. Good for them. I love it. Every second about it.
Right. Billionaires.
But this just proves that the people have the power.
Well, and also
And everything.
Well, also it's like this is how the stock market is technically supposed to work.
Yeah,
Like
as people buy stuff. But here's the problem. The rich didn't want... See, that's the thing. The rich didn't want it to be done this way. They says, wait. They're not doing anything. GameStop is not doing anything. There's no capital that's been invested. So, no, you guys can't do that. Stop raising the price. What? You don't like how we're doing this?
They said these are my stocks to play with to make money off of, not yours. Go get your own.
And the funny thing is, Robinhood, which was created off of the idea of making the public being able to purchase stocks and make the big moves and do options.
trade everyone.
And when it got hot and they were supposed to be Robinhood, no. What's the king's name? Sir Little John.
King James?
Yeah.
They need that's the sheriff, right?
that was-
The Nottingham.
yeah.
They need to change their name right now. They should be called Little John.
Little
Thus
John of
far.
Nottingham.
Little John of Nottingham. Don't call yourselves Robin Hood. Trying to steal from the rich, gives to the poor. No, you the rich are paying.
Wait,
us.
no. Little John was the guy
King
who
Richard the
helped.
Lion.
Oh, okay, King Richard.
Yeah.
King
yeah.
Richard the Lionheart. I want to wait. Let's see. King
Shit.
KRTL.
Yep.
That's the new app.
KRTL.
KRTL.
That sounds like an app name for real. And a stock.
It's them,
Well.
man. Because I was like, dang. I was kind of
The
mad. Though.
censorship on that.
I bet you I'm a Reddit fan now, though.
Oh yeah.
I love Reddit.
Cause like I got it casually. Man, if I would have been behind this GameStop, the same thing. I don't even think I wouldn't have invested. I didn't trust it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of Reddit users say, "Hey man,
Do this.
dump in on this, and man, we can do this." I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But when
I wish
it's
I don't know,
if
y'all
I was
playing.
on
Y'all need to
TikTok
start-
that day, I definitely probably would have been like, "Hey, babe, you should probably do it." 'Cause
Like-
it was all over TikTok too.
yeah, you should talk
Reddit
I wasn't on
Reddit
TikTok.
has done a lot of things when it comes to like changing something. It did like it happened. That's what happened with Bitcoin too. It all started off of Reddit.
Well, Bitcoin is a little bit more complicated because the hype of Bitcoin was during the mining season from like 2010 to 2015.
No, but I'm saying like when it comes to wanting something to get done, for some odd reason, big things are done through Reddit.
But it's more misses than hits.
Like I don't know about the misses. I'm just talking about the hits.
Well, I'm telling
Like
you.
We're telling
Okay,
from personal
all right.
experience, and being on the
It's like-
platform, it's more misses than hits.
Speaking of Bitcoin, right now for the next like 3 weeks, Cash App, if you use your Cash App card, it'll
get
give you
Bitcoin.
a percentage of a Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's been their thing though. What you mean only 3 weeks?
Well, when I went to it to do it to have it on my card,
Yeah.
it had a 21 days.
Yeah, Cash App allows you to trade and buy Bitcoin, but they're doing a promotion where if you use your Cash App card and make purchases, then they'll also give you a percentage, so you don't have to physically go in and do it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's different.
Yeah.
I got 0.00005 of Bitcoin
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine
Yeah.
was like
It's only a percentage.
0.0042 or something like that.
Yeah.
because Bitcoin is $30-something thousand. I can't afford it.
No.
Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna make 100
But
tiny
if
purchases.
this Dogecoin go to
Man,
$1,
look. If Dogecoins go to it, let's say it goes to $5.
you mean 50 cents?
No, I'm just saying $5 because
okay.
$5 don't seem like a lot of money, right?
A
But when
dollar
you got
ain't a lot of
3,000
money.
shares of it,
Exactly.
if you got 3,000 shares,
Exactly. Because right now it's less than it's 0.002.
It
I
dropped.
thought
No,
it was
no.
at 0.009.
No, it's 0.003 now.
Oh, it dropped back down.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Reddit post. So it dropped down, and then this epic Reddit user was like, "Guys, don't leave now and sell your Dogecoin. We can do this." I'm like, "Oh, this
That's
sounds
crazy.
like a Braveheart speech." So I'll stay with it.
and plus, even if it doesn't do really, really well, I'm like, the investment in isn't that much in comparison.
But this just shows how, I mean, and I hope that this kind of empowers people because we kind of talked about it in some podcasts ago, like the power of media and the power of social media. Like this is one of the biggest kind of flexes of social media.
Gen Z, man, I'm telling you, they
that
gonna change the world.
Billionaires lost billions of dollars with this popular trend. It's crazy.
If only Ja Rule would have had the Fire Fest through Reddit, he would have been able to sell those tickets.
No, he sold the tickets.
He would
The tickets being sold was not the problem.
He would've
It was
heard-
what happened when they got there.
he would have hurt more people because it'd have been
He would be dead.
there would have been a packed island full of homeless people. Like, what are we doing here? Where's the food?
Gave them
That's fine.
cheese sandwiches.
I watched that documentary.
He said,
I was
"Welcome to
in
paradise."
tears.
These sandwiches.
I was in tears the way they
Hey,
did
bro,
people.
I'm gonna need you to take one for the team.
He said, "You hear me? We both
Oh
can't."
yeah.
They needed water, man. What would you do?
Oh, they did. They got it.
Hey,
did, bro.
even we live, or you just gonna have to. I mean, you like men, right? So I don't see the problem.
Talk about the most
Ain't
disrespectful.
your first time.
The most disrespectful thing to do in your job. And my
I'm
man
so
was
lost on
prepared.
what's going on.
And my man's was prepared
Well,
to
let's
do it.
let's update Suchi just in case. Also, our viewers don't know what's happening either.
So the fire, what was it called?
The
Fire
Fire
Fire Festival that Ja
With the
Rule
Y.
ran. When the people got caught on the
was
island
con man.
and they got stuck, they ran out of water. So the guy the white dude who was like fucking with everybody and like took all their money and stuff, needed his gay assistant to go get the water. So the security was like, "Yo, if you suck my dick, I'll get the water for you." And so the manager made his assistant suck this cop's penis for the water for the island.
Wow.
True story.
He was gonna do it.
He was gonna do it.
He was
He
gonna
was
do it.
gonna do it.
Hey, we need clean water.
Hey, what you gonna do?
Hey, you do this before, man, so it's not crazy, right? Just close your eyes and just use your imagination.
Imagine working somewhere and your boss asks you to do that.
That's a possibility. That's a horrible job.
I mean, that's show business, baby.
And an HR case waiting to happen.
I guess it's what's like working for Dr. Dre.
Or what's his name? What's the dude?
Tiny's assistant.
Harvey. That's a Harvey Weinstein situation.
Sidebar: I need to see if I can get that soundbite without it being copyrighted.
I need the Saul twist music.
I've
been Saul twisting for like a week now. Every time something happens, I'm like,
oh damn copyrights! I need to be able to use that.
What they tweet.
Anyway, hey people, y'all getting into stocks, okay? It's money apparently.
Well,
there's money there.
Well, be smart about it because
you need a mentor, a stock mentor, if you will, somebody to help you get started until you can be able to do stocks and investments for yourself.
Someone to show you
and be smart about the mentor. You go about the guy on TV who's telling you some things, and you need to send him a check.
No.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
No, but that's real. You should probably try to find somebody that you know and
that's in it.
And not stockyoutube.com.
Yeah.
Or just listen to us. Buying a Dreamcast right now.
Dreamcast.
Well, look, I could give some recommendations, but y'all can't just look. Don't tell me if y'all lose money. It's y'all fault.
Disclaimer.
I'm up about 386% over the last 3 months. So
take it as you will.
$12, motherfuckers.
I ain't talking crazy. From $12, no. What? Man, I'm at $60. Y'all don't understand how this works.
Do we got any more
fun stock stuff?
No, man. I'm saying, look. So what do y'all think about? So my question is,
Yeah, always betting on the porn industry.
well, sure. But this is my question.
Oh, okay, my bad.
How much power do we? I mean, I want to say, do we give because we can't really control it because it's already on the roll.
we cannot.
But like, how? Like, what is next from here? Can we make this?
I mean, we become one being
Can we
with
make
technology. That's the next step.
Can we make this political though?
We wake up in the Matrix.
Right?
Can we
Some
make
people
can be
believe we are
political.
already in a simulation. So
Yeah.
What if we can change? Like, what if we like?
You know what? It's you know what would happen if the people got too powerful. Billionaires would dump money into something that would crash the market, so normal people wouldn't be able to recover, and they
That's
would
what,
they would.
that's-
So like, where they would lose billions, we would lose everything, and they would be okay in the long run.
That's what that dude from
That's how you clear the market.
what was that guy's name? He was buying money into, I think it was like Herbalife. He was the owner of a hedge fund.
He bought money.
He was trying to prove he was buying stock, and he was trying to prove that Herbalife was a
Pyramid scheme.
was a pyramid scheme. So he just kept buying money and kept buying and buying and buying, and like their stock was ridiculous at one point. I don't know what happened, but
Are you yelling? Because you're loud.
we walked in the living room and the TV was on.
I mean, bro, if you passionate about it, that's cool.
Y'all niggas remember that Herbalife thing?
Y'all remember that Herbalife? That was crazy.
That's a weird way to prove somebody's wrong, though. Oh, you're a
Let
good,
me invest in
you're a
your
good businessman.
company.
Here's millions and millions of dollars. Hope you don't blow it, motherfucker. Like, okay,
I would love prove me wrong. You don't know about this. You suck. Oh man, that's crazy.
Well, maybe what he did was buy a bunch and then sold it.
Yeah.
maybe.
Nah, it was, I forgot what the exact plan of his was, but yeah, he kept buying. It was basically somehow it was supposed to crash, but
No, but like real talk, Thomas made a point. Like dumping money. You're right. It's like, hey, I'm rich and I'm wealthy. Man, too many people getting too much money. We're gonna have to just stop them from being able to buy this because if they crash the market. And you know what? That's always been my problem with stocks. It's a rich man's game. Mm-hmm. Like when I'm playing with the stocks, my speech is like, I can lose 30, I can lose 100. I don't want to. But
I can.
I won't be. Food won't be off my table with $100 or $30 or $30.
You'll be able to financially recover from this.
These rich, I would not be. These rich people dump in 100,000. I'll be okay with that. What? Like but that's the fact. So if they go big, that 100,000 turns into $5 million,
millions of dollars.
and they win, but they can risk the 100,000. So it's such a rich man's game that it's so unfair.
Yeah, people don't care about money, man. I was watching the fights. This dude put and it's always a random number when people bet. He put $412,000 on Dustin Poirier, and I'm just like, what's that? Where'd you get that number from? Is that all you have?
412,
or is that like
He said it's 12.
That's all he had is spending money at the moment.
Yeah, I was like, where'd you the fuck this? That's just spending money.
The 12 is what upsets me.
Yeah, I'm like, and then but the other three numbers weren't zeros. They were like random numbers. It was like 412,386. I'm like, what the fuck are you?
That's just random spending money.
He trying to get rid of some money.
Yeah, he watching something.
It may have been a pay. Yeah, he's just sent a check like, hey, this is what I want to put on that. Where's the check come from? This is what I want to put on that guy.
Yeah, he washed your money through DraftKings, I guess. He knew something we didn't.
Jeez. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't really even understand how we can get away. I don't know, man. Like, how do we stop? How do we change it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the deficit.
How do you change it?
Like
Financial
the rich
deficit. You got to kill a couple people.
Oh no. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking.
No.
This is what I'm thinking. The way that you change it is by going into cryptocurrencies, because a lot of the rich people don't like the fact that the currency is changing.
I don't like cryptocurrency.
Because they can't use their smartphones. That's why.
They say, how do you
motherfuckers are old. They can't even use their email.
Real talk. Like, I'm just getting into cryptocurrency, which I should have did a long time ago, but I still hate it because it's not backed by anything.
It's so wishy-washy too.
It's not backed by a good or service.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's and that's why, like, all the rich people, that's why they don't like it, because
I get it.
Yeah, it's not backed by
they're like,
money.
oh shoot.
No one should like it.
No, they don't like it because they own those goods or services. So if they don't own those goods or services, it doesn't put them in a higher position. They're in the same boat with everybody else.
It's not even owning it. It's the fact of you can't see, like, no report can come out. You can't watch it because even investors that don't own any stock in a company, before they invest in it, they can look at reports, financial reports, quarterly reports. Like, they can track profits. They can track on where the company's growing, the CEO. Like, there's so many different variables that they can use before they even invest.
So you're talking about, so in a simple person's term, it's like looking at horses or looking at dogs.
I would say a resume. Yeah. I think that may be the easiest transition. If I'm about to hire somebody and I can look at somebody's resume, I'm like, okay, this is their experience. This is what they got. Oh, this is
okay. That's why I said,
give me your horse example.
Okay, looking at the racing horses example is, if you win, you win big.
Never petted a horse, by the way, people.
If you win, you win big. But when you go to racing horses, one thing you want to do is look at who the breeder is, how many races the horse has done, how old is the horse, where did it come from? Like, there's a whole backing.
I love how you make things
I'm
so
done.
complicated.
Mm-hmm. No. You know what, Suchi? It's complicated, but yes, you are exactly. You're saying
not wrong.
You're saying the exact same thing I'm saying.
No, I just pick horses off the cool names. Mr. Cloppers.
Mr. Cloppers,
he's the winner.
Yeah, he's gonna win. Mr. Cloppers is gonna win.
You named your horse Sir Doulahan? Oh, that nigga's a winner.
Yeah, if I ever came across
the
a horse
Magic Express
named Doulahan in a horse race, I'm betting everything I have.
No, not just Doulahan, Sir Doulahan.
Sir Doulahan.
That's it.
I don't know. My money would go to Mr. Johnson's ghost. Clearly, he's winning that race.
You just lost the race to Mr. Johnson's ghost. This is why you're winning.
So it's been years since you've been killed by that man, but somehow he still just came up.
I mean, it's the most memorable name I've ever. I didn't even experience it. Brendan told me about it, and it's the most memorable name in gaming history.
Wait, what game was this?
It was Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Modern Warfare 2. The original Modern Warfare 2. We got killed by Mr. Johnson's ghost.
Mr. Johnson's ghost, and like that's what the kill feed says. You've been killed by Mr. Johnson's ghost, and it was like, it was hilarious. Like, I'm like, this is weird. It's strange, but I don't know why is this so funny to me.
This is like getting killed by Revelations.
Oh, man, we got killed by a Bible scripture
about the wrath of God.
About the wrath of God.
Oh, I remember that. That was the best thing I've ever seen.
It forced me to look it up. I'm like, Revelations. Oh, ugh. He was my chest.
He was vicious.
That means that I really got murked.
Yeah, my gaming tags I remember aren't as good. Mine's my favorite one is I Knife You Cry.
Do you even play with that guy anymore?
I still play with that guy.
Okay.
But it was I met him.
Venus.
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 Oh, penis.
That's my favorite. Venus, like penis, but with a B.
But no, getting back on slightly get back on topic with the crypto thing. Like I said, it's like gambling with Monopoly money.
Man,
it's
yeah.
gambling with Monopoly
It
money.
honestly is.
Like it's imaginary. It doesn't exist.
Cause like I'm gonna be real talk. So my assembly 2016 they got into Bitcoin. Bitcoin was $600 back then, and I'm like I don't want to just throw out $600. If I would have threw one coin, I would have $33,000 today.
Yeah. And now you understand why I keep bringing up that A coin.
No, like look, anybody can bring up a coin to me and I'll buy it. I will minimally buy one.
At least buy one.
I will at least buy one.
Should have listened to Jay-Z, bro. 444 came out.
Oh,
that year.
Dumbo?
Yeah, Dumbo, bro.
Did he tell us to buy Bitcoin?
No, but that no.
No.
It was a bar where he sat there and said, "It's like I bought this painting."
No, he said I wanted to buy a building in Dumbo for $2 million. I didn't. That
And
same
now
building
it's
is worth $10
like $2
million.
Oh,
Now who's Dumbo?
Dumbo.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
you know what? I wasn't listening hard enough because I remember that line. Mm-hmm. I should have listened. Just put the money. $500,
But you
whatever.
know what? But you know what though? There is still a huge wage discrepancy with looking at a $2 million building to
Yeah.
86.
You still need $2 million. It's a different game.
Man, it's the rich man's
It's
game.
the rich man's game still.
$2 million wouldn't have hurt him.
He talking about the rappers.
I would have had to just stop eating for a month.
A line,
That's,
a line for me would have been like, I shouldn't have medium sized it, but I did. Now who need gas money? I did. That would have been my line. That would have hit home for me.
He said, I would never be able to financially cover from this medium.
Damn. Knew I should have got a medium.
He said, man, I'm trying to be big and buy the large. Should have just went with what's in my lane.
The small.
I shouldn't even be looking at the meals, boy. I'd be
Dollar menu.
all day. Rich niggas look at the menu side.
Let me get a number. A number? Woo! You said you didn't get a 2 for a 3 for?
What was that comedian? He's like, I never dated a big girl. She said, I want a number 2. And he said, and he said, the numbers are complete. You get a drink side and a burger.
And you want another
You
one?
are done. You give me a number and you stop talking.
What comedian was that?
I forgot. It was a black dude.
I remember
man.
that joke though. He said, "I'm too and."
He said, and.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, like I know I talk about it a lot as far as the whole A coin thing, but I mean, it's supposed to be the central currency.
All right, man. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up, bro. I'm gonna look it up right now. Is it on Robinhood? I know. Ooh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say
No,
this.
they had it.
My bad.
You betrayed him already, bro.
I'm still following it.
already
I'm
back.
sorry.
Already back on the master's back, boy.
Oh, I never left,
They-
man.
I never left.
Because they good. I'm sorry.
They had it on Bittrex
Hey,
for
watch your mouth, bro.
a few days, and then they took it off.
It's a family show.
Is it?
Is it?
You heard his last mixtape, right?
Oh, dun,
But
Damn, son, where'd you find
I
this?
doubled it.
dun, 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 dun.
Oh, let me see if I can find a coin real quick while you keep talking about
It
it.
was a good mixtape, Suchi.
it's called Bittrex,
Bro, you need
Bittrix.
to watch your
You
mouth.
and the-
I don't know what's wrong with you. You just going off. Say, man, this Bitrix. Whoa.
Oh my goodness. I can't even find it.
All right, I'll find it.
Yeah.
I'll spend some time in finding it.
We'll
And,
post it later.
and I'll buy at least one coin. Depends on how much it costs. If it's like $65,000, I'm like, okay.
$10,000.
Oh, yeah, man.
Or
Just
5,000 crap loads.
all right, that, and then Jeremy being there 0.000002. Proud. All right, okay. So, are we where we at? Because I don't.
Oh, yeah,
think we're done with
we were
this.
we were addressing the question of
Oh, you was asking
Can
what
we-
was
Oh
next.
yeah,
What was
like
next?
what's next with like the power? Because the only reason I brought up like politics because it's like in this
But I think
past year
that's
or so-
happening. That's happening.
It's
We're
slowly
seeing
happening.
it. We're seeing it with the Dems that won in Georgia.
Ooh,
and
do you
things
think?
like that?
Do you?
because we ain't getting that $2,000 check.
What we ain't?
Nope.
No.
They didn't backpedal from that like a motherfucker. They
Of course they did. They won.
Dang, we ain't getting it. What happened?
Come on,
Oh,
bro.
he-
At the end of the day, as a white man, they gonna lie to us about
Look.
something.
We not
got
getting
excited.
it because
I got
we're
excited for
not
the
getting-
carrot.
we not getting it because Biden decided to make it legal for people who aren't born of the same sex to play in women's sports, or at least started it.
Wrong.
So that cost them $1 billion.
First of all, that whole legislation was wrong. He got rid of the transgender ban for the military. Let's clear that up.
Then why was the title for it sports?
because that's the next step.
There we go. But first of all, they
Stupid step.
But we'll get in our personal opinions about that.
No, but
you're not wrong.
I mean,
Yeah,
there are, you know how many articles
Yeah.
that are out
Yeah.
there of competitions being
That have been-
one-sided
yeah, because
when that
Well,
happens.
I had just saw one. I can't remember who it was. It was a transgender woman. Before they transitioned, they were 200th in a certain sport. They transitioned and won first place in the women's sport, in the women's version of that same sport.
Yeah,
There's a lot of stories like
The
that.
next year.
There's a female.
I thought-
There's a female transgender woman who fights MMA in Brazil, and almost killed the woman she fought. There's a high school
Wrestling,
transgender.
Oh, yeah,
the wrestler in Texas, won state 4 years in a row, wrestling at women's division.
I saw a post
the
where
track,
the Olympic
did
track
you say
lady.
yeah, the track one. Yeah,
Yeah, hers is like 50 something seconds for her Olympic gold.
Yeah,
But there's 300 high school boys who will demolish her record.
Well, and I wasn't talking about it's some track one where they broke the record for their division and like the fastest time. Like they got a whole bunch of accolades out of their women's divisions, but they
I think it was high school too. Wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was high school.
I
don't want this
it was in
podcast to sound trans.
No, because it's not. Because I've said before, I feel like it's the same as it was with black people.
We lost you there.
Sorry, yeah, it's the same as it was with black people. I know, right? We weren't a part or allowed to really participate with society. So what do? We created our own lane. And so, of course, because there are power lies with the black community, they didn't like that, so they included us. And I think that although inclusion would be nice in this case, I really think they need their own lane.
And
Yeah.
it could. I don't know if there's enough of the trans community that's doing sports. I really honestly don't know.
I think it would have to be on a national scale. It couldn't be local. It couldn't be on a local scale. So it would be on a national scale for them, I think, as of right now. But honestly, with the way things are and how people are and everybody's evolving and stuff like that, I don't see it being a small community for long.
Because like I get it. You pick your sex, pick your sexuality,
Your gender.
pick your gender
and be represented.
Be represented. I got you. But like here we go. I'm about to say some
Uh-oh.
stuff.
But it's a science.
On a scientific level.
You
Wait,
get an
Trump's mom's
advantage.
going to comment on this.
Like,
No, you get an
No, on a
advantage.
scientific level, you get advantage. Like I'm even going to ask my brother Torrance, what does a woman have to do without taking anything to be able to match the strength, muscle build wise, and muscle growth of a man?
one of the strongest women I've seen. She's about 6'2", very muscular woman. I think her max deadlift is like maybe 400 something pounds, which I could do like maybe 10 times.
I think I saw you before on Instagram recently.
Most I've ever done is 14, but like now like 10 times. An average woman's probably deadlifting 275 at the highest, at the peak. And then like you have your Olympic lifters, but they're like using like it's hard because like,
But it's not the norm, because and the reason I asked you, because I honestly don't want to just start spitting out facts here, because is that like how I learned is that a woman can get that massive stuff, but they have to add stuff into their like not even, I'm talking about steroids, but like they have
hormones and stuff like
stuff.
that. Yeah. It like the thing about it is though, like I'm thinking more of the other way, going from male to female. because just by the time say a kid switches as early as 15, it takes 3-4 years to fully like do a hormone replacement to really switch through. That teenager is gonna be so dense muscularly. It's gonna be broke. He's gonna be a cheat code in any female sport he plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, because I'm thinking about like even figure. Imagine a dude being shredded on a figure stage with Emma.
Yeah.
Because he's trans.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what bodybuilding is. Those women are not. They're. I mean, like not to be gross, but their clits are as big as a pinky. You know what I mean? Their hormones are so imbalanced that they're growing dicks in a sense. You know what I mean? Like I've seen female competitors who are on steroids for a long time where their face changes, like a 5-year difference. They go from looking like Jennifer Lopez to fucking
Hillary Swank.
I was gonna say
Mr. Grinch.
I was gonna say Nick from Hunchback of Notre Dame, but
Quasimodo.
Hillary. Oh,
She's not watching this.
poor Hillary. What if she did? She just comments, "Wow."
we gonna get one aggressive comment, boy. That motherfucker gonna come back. He gonna be like,
I said because
You already got one. So.
I said
Y'all
her
racist.
because who was the other person? I couldn't think of the chick who played in Monster. Who was that?
And Monster?
Yeah, the movie Monster.
Halle Berry's monster.
No, not Monster Ball.
Oh shit.
What's it called? Monster? I forget the name of that movie. I'll
Monsters,
look it up
Inc?
later. No,
Are we
no,
trying
no.
to find an ugly face? I'm just like, what's happening?
No, not ugly. Just
Strong
big,
faces?
Just strong.
masculine.
Someone I can't knock out.
Masculine. No, she just looked real masculine in the movie.
I can't
that's
date.
all.
I can't
But
date.
Hillary Swank was the first one that popped to my mind. I don't know why.
Miss Trunchbull from Matilda.
You talking about you punch
Yeah, I
somebody and they
guess you could
chance
say
look
that.
at you like next.
Well, I mean, I say the same thing like for trans sports. I say for like combat sports. The same reason steroids aren't allowed. You know what I mean? That's like
Yeah.
because steroids like it's so many like healing benefits for steroids and recovery stuff. But the reason they don't allow it is that the safety for the other person. You know what I
Because it
mean?
alters you.
Because you can't.
You can hurt someone.
You can't.
You can produce.
Yeah, no matter
enough
how
force.
strong I am or how athletic or conditioned I am, my head stays the same. My jaw, my skull. You know what I mean? So if I can punch harder, and we both can punch harder, but we're both got the same amount of density in our heads,
Right.
I'm cracking your skull.
You know what I just
mean?
thought of? I just thought about Joanna Man and how problematic that movie is. Because you put this man, he wasn't, whatever. You put this man on this women's basketball team, and all of a sudden they go from being a bad team to a great team because they have a man on their team.
Yeah.
Even though they don't know that, but that's what it was,
We gotta remember, we can count on two hands the number of women who have dunked in history of basketball.
But
ever.
and my thing is it that they don't know how, or they're just not encouraged to
Well,
do
No,
so?
they just can't.
Well, even still, even point ratio wise, it's the same amount of points. Statistically, men basketball sports, their players are scoring more points. Averages in the game, they're averaging more points. Hundreds and hundreds of points. But it's the same. It's the same sport. Like the points aren't lessened because they're women. The
Clock's still the same.
Clocks are still the same.
It sucks because a lot of the times because sports for so long were very male dominant. When the female version was introduced, it was never really supported ever. Like outside of the one time there was the women's major baseball league, but that was because of the war. They had no other choice to put women in skirts on TV. And that, it was the look and not the talent that got the support. And so, and even then when the war was over, they said, okay, y'all can go back home now. We don't need y'all anymore. And so I think there will always be a difference.
Well, what's going to kill the argument, and it's unfortunate, is there's a female kicker on Colorado's football team. The first woman that played D1 football. The moment there's a botched kick and she has to run or like run the ball or any shape or form and she gets tackled and she gets crushed, they're gonna kill this whole.
Cause that's a lot of body weight on you.
That's
Yeah.
a bit. I mean,
A lot of force.
I mean,
And if you ain't prepared to take it.
She's a D1 soccer player, so she's at tops 130, 140. Smallest person on the football team is usually about 180-pound man. You talking about?
That's the punter.
D1. The linemen. Those linemen.
So this is college.
College. She's
Okay.
playing for Colorado. She's on a Big Ten school.
And she have to run the line back. She's the fastest, biggest people are gonna be.
Yeah, so they missed they missed that kick.
That's it.
Or she has to, or it gets snapped wrong and she has to chase it down and land on it. Even if she just rolls in the ball, they land on her. She's crushed.
Because it's like
and don't let it be like that one a-hole who wants to prove a point.
Oh
yeah.
Of course it
Oh
is.
yeah.
100%.
Well, they already. That
Football's already an aggressive sport.
Mm-hmm.
They already like, nah, man, we don't want you here for real.
Well, and that's the thing is that like we equality is a thing and it should always be a thing, but I feel like as a society we have to
There has to be a balance.
we have to know that there is a difference, like, because if you tell me there's no difference between a man and a woman and we can physically, I'm not talking about job wise or skill trade, this is just physically, if we can physically do the same thing with the exact same starting point and in like,
that's my issue with the whole with people wanting to eliminate gender norms. I feel like they're needed when it comes to certain things. When you try to erase parts of a person's identity and take away and make everything equal, to me it's the same as that whole, I don't see color. Bull, I call BS. You need to see color. I need you to see who I am. Don't act like I don't exist, because what I look like is a part of who I am and why I'm treated the way I'm treated. I do the things that I do, or how people treat me. So let's not be colorblind. Let's not be gender blind. Let's not be those things, because it's important and it plays a factor into the way we work in this society. Like, people were so mad at one point when Target took off when I think at one point Target was non-gender, so everybody's clothes was mixed. It wasn't labeled, I guess, or something like that at one point. And
Find it.
I want to see my get clothes.
It was like,
Find
blah,
it.
blah, blah, this is so.
A thrift store.
May the odds be ever.
Can you imagine a mixed gender thrift store? Good luck.
It was so crazy. And I mean, people were.
Some baby clothes with my baby. Yeah, they're in the store. Which aisle? 1 through 30.
Well,
I have a little girl.
It was more of a
Go to Walmart 10, nigga.
It was like a kids section and not a boys and girls section. You know what I mean? And I don't know, like I said, this was a few years ago, so I don't know if this was like a nationwide store thing or if it's just a store that tried it or whatever. But because when I go out, it's clearly labeled. But it was just, you had so many people was so up in arms because gender norms and you're gonna force gender. So a lot of people were happy about it, but then other people were kind of like, well, this is pointless. This is like, why do we need to separate? It's clothes. Like, what's the need for separation? Why do they need to be all inclusive?
Because honestly, if you want to dress your son as a girl,
you just don't want to feel bad about going to the girls section to buy his stuff.
Go to the girls section.
That's what that is.
Like, don't make me have to find clothes. like why challenge me? Why do I have to dig?
Target's always been a hypocrite though, because they're the same ones that took Frank Ocean's CD off the market when he came out.
I guess
They don't know what
or
the Black Annie thing.
Oh yeah, when they didn't,
or doing their lack of black stuff during
they just started doing that, and it's not even at all stores. Not all stores have those Black History Month displays.
But I'm gonna get off that because every Heritage Month
has a whole display
section.
But when it come to black folks,
but you know what? Cool. But so we can't so pretty much it's weak. It's real difficult for me as we move forward to eliminate. There is a need to understand sex.
Yeah, but on the flip side though, if it's gonna be that, we have to make it equal thing, and then but when it does become equal, we have to acknowledge that it's equal, like men and women soccer right now.
Yeah. So
because the women are blatantly making more money than the men.
Mm-hmm.
It's blatantly more money, And like I think,
But they're generating more revenue.
yeah, I'm sorry, the women's soccer players are generating way more revenue than the male soccer players. But like the top male soccer player on the USA team made maybe as much as half the team put together, and then just to win the tournament, they won what was it, $1 million spread across the whole team?
I think so.
Compared to the men's winning 40,
Something like that.
$40 or $50 million for winning the same tournament. I'm like, come on, bro. Like at some point you gotta be like, okay.
Well, the world is sexist. I was gonna say our country, but it's the world. The world is sexist. You know, like the world has been male dominated way longer than women started getting rights and stuff like that.
We're way ahead of a lot of countries.
Because countries that still women don't have rights.
Well,
so,
no,
I mean,
and I get that's what I'm saying. Like the world itself is sexist. You know, like everything for up until maybe the last century was very male dominated.
Have you guys seen a new Borat movie yet?
no.
It is so fucking funny. But one part, so the I read about it because there's a part where Borat takes his daughter to a cotillion thing where they do like
He has a daughter.
Yeah, remember the trailer? That woman is her daughter.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that like a little girl in the trailer is his daughter.
Okay,
that's what I said because
He's
it's
like
in the
someone
trailer.
had sex with him.
Yeah, his
Or
daughter.
who did he rape?
Oh my goodness!
Because remember, he went on a hunt to put Pam Anderson in a burlap sack and take her back home.
That's true. But when he goes back home, he has 4 sons, and his daughter is in a cage in the back because that's where they keep the women. So until they're married, and then they're gonna get married and go into married cages. And so the whole movie, she's like, will I get big cage like Mrs. Trump? Because he read how Donald treats what's her name, Melania. Whatever.
Oh, that's terrible.
And so the cotillion thing, this dude, so Borat is talking to the dude, this old white man. And remember, this is all real, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, this is my daughter. Yeah, I'm trying to give her to Mr. Pence for a treaty, you know. And he goes like, you like my daughter? He's like, yeah. He's like, how much would you pay for my daughter? He goes, $500. Like this white dude looked this man in his face. Said, I would pay your $500 to fuck your daughter. Didn't miss a beat. And you know what's crazy?
But no, why are you surprised? You know what I'm about to say.
You know what I'm surprised about? You know what I'm surprised about, right? His daughter was standing next to him. So his daughter goes, so after they start talking, his daughter goes, Dad, that's disgusting. I'm just like, whoa, bro.
You know what I'm about to say.
What?
Human trafficking is
It's the number one business in the world.
That's crazy.
And humans are trash.
It is.
And it's sad. And humans are trash. This is why somebody was telling me about a story today. I ain't gonna get into the details of the story, but no, okay. They were talking about the coronavirus, and I don't want to turn this conspiracy thing, but I'm like, I believe it was created in the lab. Now, as you get to conspiracies of all people creating stuff and coming out in hoods and spreading it around and sprinkling it in water, whatever. But I was like, I believe it was created in the lab, and it got out intentionally or unintentionally. I don't know, but they was like, well, how can you believe that? I'm like, well, because human trafficking is the number one business in the world. And if I have to believe that somebody has the capacity to take a child, take them, and sell them for sexual favors, I cannot knock out that a virus
was made in the lab.
Yeah,
and plus, that makes more sense than anything else. That's what scientists do.
You haven't watched The Night Stalker yet on Netflix, have you?
Man.
You watched it yet, Suchi?
No, I watched it. I watched the whole thing.
I'm only 3 episodes in, so don't spoil the last one. But this motherfucker,
I'm not gonna spoil nothing.
This motherfucker is wild, bro. He was literally kidnapping children out of people's houses, taking them home, raping them, and then setting them free.
And not setting them free in like the middle of nowhere.
No, he
set them free in a safe space.
In a safe spot.
And said, tell these people to call the police.
Yeah, your family come pick you up.
Wow.
Drop them off at a gas station or a church or something.
That's a different type of stick.
Yeah, and he only killed. So if you go into a house, if you were too old to rape, he'd kill you. If you were a male, he'd kill you. If he raped you, he wouldn't kill you. If you were a kid, he'd rape you, but wouldn't beat you or kill you.
Wow.
Fucked it. I mean, this motherfucker was on a tear. He was on a tear. It's like, I'm 3 episodes on. It's 200 days of this. 50, 60 attacks, 20 killed, 20 murders.
Wow.
What year? What was this at?
This was in the 70s, right, Suchi?
No, this is the 80s.
80s in L.A.
But you know what? 70s and 80s had a lot of serial killers, and I don't know.
People just...
What was wrong with... What was something in the water?
No, it's not even just the 70s and the 80s. Like, I've been listening to these crime and like murder podcasts. I don't put like you say humans is trash. Humans are very trash. Like once you figure out and listen to what they can actually do. Like it is.
Well, you gotta
crazy.
remember how trash the systems were back in the day because they don't care about anything. They weren't prepared for this stuff because like with him, he was doing all this shit right. They knew what doctor they knew which doctor he went to. They knew his dentist. So they stalked out his dentist they put 2 cops in the dentist's office every day for a month. They said, "Oh, you know what? He's never going to show back up." Took the cops out the dentist's office.
No. To make even more point on what you're saying, they said that they were wasting money because he hadn't shown up yet.
Yeah, they said they were wasting money waiting for him to come back to the dentist, knowing that this is his dentist. And then the very fucking next day they pull the cops out, he goes to the dentist. And they miss him. And
they installed like a buzzer, like a bank buzzer. So like the dude could push it and it would alarm the police and the police would come. The buzzer didn't work.
Yeah.
So the question is, how much money is stopping a serial killer worth?
Well, it's only worth it if he's killing men. Because he only killed like 4 dudes, but it's mostly women. So it got to the point where they stopped him for a traffic citation. Mm-hmm. And he while he was like on his hands on the car, he heard the radio say like his description and that looking for him in that car, blah blah. He wrote a devil sign in the car window, a pentagram, and then ran away and got away. So this is the first time they had fingerprints, right? They impound the car. They don't test the car for a month. They leave it outside. It gets rained on and fucking burnt up.
What you don't know,
so they lose the fingerprints.
What you don't know is that he just made a deal with Crowley.
Probably.
He said, "Hey,
Crowley, get me out of this."
He said, "Hey, allow them to."
The oak is real, so yeah.
He said, "Allow me to get away with it."
But you know what?
Deal.
Going back to sex trafficking. Do we think Tiny and T.I.
Yes, good segue.
are out here?
This is a wonderful segue.
Out here doing what they're being accused of doing.
They slanging people.
I can believe it.
The problem is,
I can believe it.
the problem is, it's not that if we believe them or not. It's at their what do you do in your lifestyle to the point where people would even possibly believe that?
Look,
that's the problem.
Yep.
That is even a possibility that people would possibly believe that because someone's like, oh man,
Because even Bill
I
Cosby
heard
had
J.
people
Cole
like,
was
no.
I heard J. Cole was kidnapping, raping bitches. I'm like, oh, come on, stop it.
Cole.
Okay, J. Cole World,
J.
Cole
Cole.
World.
You better off telling me.
Jermaine. What?
You better off telling me Plies is out here kidnapping and raping women.
Nah, you said Bootsy.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Show me your tit. Yeah,
Put your pussy lips on me.
but no, that's a good point. There has to be some allegations already. You have to give off a vibe if that's like, well,
The allegation started from a lady saying that
She was a friend. She was a friend, and she was a friend of Tiny and her, I think, and her assistant at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's both.
And
Friend and employee.
they was like dude, they was forcing them, or they were telling them they had to take Molly or something like that.
Well, no. Okay, so the thing is, the friend came out and started saying all this stuff or whatever. And I think it goes back to when the friend allegedly beat up one of T.I.'s people, assistants or something like that. So T.I. pulled a gun out on her, put a gun to her head or whatever. That part happened. That is something that happened.
Yeah, not his first time with a gun.
Yeah, so that happened, but I can't remember what exactly happened recently to make her want to say all this stuff. But the accusations is that they would.
He's been advocating for stuff in Atlanta.
Okay.
And she was like, "Don't make him the face of the
right
of the
because
charities."
he's an abuser. Okay, yeah. And so the allegations is that were coming out that girls were underage, and it was known that they were underage, and they would coerce the girls to do drugs with them and get drunk, and they would have sex with them and pass them off to friends, and Bill Cosby times 10, basically.
I mean, they from the South.
Well, my thing is they are known to be swingers. They are, and then T.I.'s vibe is just real. Like, I don't know, the stuff just don't seem off.
Well, T.I. just really trash. He
I can't stand him.
I was on his
When the whole thing happened with his daughter.
Yeah, his radar went up for me
Checking the hymen.
when he was checking hymens every time he went to the doctor. And it's his job to be the hymen checker.
Oh, now she's just out here sucking dick. Congrats, T.I. That was my thought process. I'm like, girl, you're just making your daughter suck dick now, bro. At this point, no one wears protections for blowjobs.
No.
So her mouth gonna be all the way fucked up because you don't want to have sex. She can hide genital herpes. Looking like yuck mouth because you want to check her hymen.
So,
Damn, son, where'd you
she's
find
pretty.
this?
Leave her alone.
Until her shit flare up.
No, but no, I just
It's like the genie. I can't bring back the dick.
oh my goodness.
But you know what? You made a good point as well. Because also, what about the butt stuff?
Butt stuff, bro.
This like
2020,
that's the
man.
creepiest
21 now.
thing.
Well, I mean, it's
So,
not
yeah,
just
he
that.
already
His whole attitude. If anybody listened to his Red Table Talk when he was on there, and you just watched them, and watched that
he's
talk,
toxic.
Oh,
like so
he is the epitome.
We joke like so T.I represents toxic masculinity.
Oh my goodness,
and
he's
not being
supposed to try for it.
overused. He's what it is.
He is the. Oh my goodness, I can't with him.
I saved you.
So to hear that, yeah, that
just
he
as bad
was.
as Future.
I'm probably a little more shocked that Tiny was an aggressor in the situation as well. That is a little bit shocking to me. I can see her going along with it, but some of the allegations made it seem like she was like head honcho with a lot of that stuff too. And I'm like, well, that's a little.
You gotta remember though, because I think from her standpoint, if it's them, it's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you gotta feed the demon, so you don't get eaten by the demon.
One of the allegations was that they had a girl, and it looked like T.I was enjoying the girl more than Tiny, so Tiny punched her in the face.
I mean,
And then when she tried to say something back, T.I punched her too.
It's like okay, like hear me out. With
And
these,
that is not funny.
with these allegations,
But I believe it.
With as much detail there is. What is truth and what is lie? Because every lie got some truth in it.
you know how we'll know is what they asked for, and this is fucked up. But this is how I base a lot of rape allegations through sports and music. It's what the woman asked for, because when D Rose got popped, those women wanted money. Mm-hmm. That fell through. When Kane from the Blackhawks, that white dude, they wanted money. That fell through. Ben Roethlisberger, that woman wanted jail time. That still fell through. But they wanted jail time. Kobe, when he rest in peace, that woman wanted money. That fell through.
Right.
R. Kelly's people, they want him in jail. That didn't fall through. Bill Cosby people.
Yeah, I think
wanted him in
when
jail.
you want jail time more than money.
When you want jail time.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you now, if I got raped, all 250 pounds of me, adult 5'9" man, I want that nigga in jail or dead. Get him off the streets.
You want him in jail or
Get
dead?
him now, bro.
He is dangerous.
Jail or dead, nigga. He is dangerous.
If I'm able to get caught,
Bro, if I'm able to get caught and raped, get this nigga off the streets, son.
he is a killer and not to be trusted.
He is a monster.
Don't underestimate this man. What are you doing? Kill him.
On sight. I am not lying. I would not lie about this. When you see him, kill him.
Torres, you'll be the person in the courtroom with the gun, like, no.
Hey, what was that? What was that movie with Wesley Snipes? And he said, "Stop robbing." He shot the dude outside the courthouse. He said, "Get out my." What did he say? I forget the line, man. He came with that little pistol. Went.
I cannot have you. I cannot have you out of here, these streets.
No, that's real. That's real. Like
he's powerful. You gotta put him down.
No, that's real. Like what you asked for. Well, like, do you want the justice or the money?
And then it recently came out that the woman, I think her name is Sabrina, was pretty much lying and fabricated a lot of this.
A lot though.
A lot.
But not all, like someone.
No, because I'm saying like they were saying that like because it was screenshots of text messages that they were using as their proof of allegations, right? And so I guess it came out that these were fake texts being sent. Like she was sending texts to herself and making up a conversation to make it seem like these were real allegations. That's what's out there now. But
I
I've
don't
also
put-
just seen an article that said that there have been over 30 allegations. And I don't know if it's outside of her.
I don't put nothing past
that's my
nobody.
Cosby. Look,
you hit double digits, bro. That's tough.
That look,
Double digits is tough.
I was strong advocate of Cosby until the number just kept increasing.
Yeah.
Because now I have to say, out of the 40, 50, 60, however, you had to rape one. Like one of them have to be true, right?
Hey.
Statistically, they all can't be lying.
And my thing is, see, and with T.I. being a rapper and the type of person that he is, and knowing like that the industry and stuff like that, it's not far fetched that for one they have underage girls, and to make underage girls more comfortable, what you do, you drug them, you get them to do drugs, or you get them overly drunk. You know what I mean? So like that's the culture, you know. So that part of the allegations, I believe hands down.
Be careful. You went to R. Kelly house.
I did.
You know too much.
Hey, I signed papers, so I signed papers, so I cannot say
Did he touch you?
he hugged me.
Dun, 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 dun.
But no,
Did he
that
whisper
was-
agent number?
He shook my hand and gave me his phone number like that
Oh, that's smooth.
on a piece of paper.
No
It's
wonder
like
he got
three
wait
different
for
numbers.
it so long.
It was like 3 different numbers.
Said the real one.
I was
The cover
19,
one.
and they knew.
That's like that's why he gave you
with
fake
that.
numbers.
I was 19.
He said, just in
and
case,
they
test this
knew.
out.
Yeah, she too old.
No, we had. They were when we got there. They were very adamant about everybody being 21.
But you signed the script. You better be careful. You signed the NDA. Hey, those are binding.
But you know what? When I didn't
Them
sign
papers
NDA,
are probably still locked up in that house he lost.
I didn't sign one. I was in security for a night. That nigga is creepy,
Yes.
bro. Creepy. I mean, he didn't wait.
Welcome to my sex room.
He didn't wave. No one in his VIP that didn't look 21. And Bottle Blonde closed down. Get fucked now. They're out of business. We weren't the greatest at checking IDs. Because I'll be honest with you, I worked that door a couple times. I forgot what year it was 21. I'm like, 96. I'm trying to count 96. You gotta look tough. You gotta look sexy at the front. So I'm like, I can't be counting my fingers. Go ahead, girl.
They knew about you. They said, "Hey, if it's like a shorter, dark skinned dude at the front, y'all good. He gonna
not
let
gonna
you
count,
in.
bro.
It's good. You good."
Yeah, bro, they were, man. And you got enough money, they didn't even check your ID.
That's crazy.
So that's why they out of business.
I had fun.
Shut that shit down.
But I had fun the one time I was there. It was cool. Are you okay? You just kind of zoned out.
Just off
for
on
a
the
second.
wayside.
Oh,
What are you looking at?
that's it.
But I think
Weirdo.
yeah,
I found it.
What?
the stock
Your
thing.
soul is required in hell.
Your soul is required.
That's a great line to kill somebody with.
Right?
That really is.
That is.
That's a boss.
Imagine that being the last thing you hear.
You're like, because the confusion. What?
I put that above Denzel's. He just like please. Oh, forgiveness is for God. It's my job to arrange the meeting.
Hey, that's cold. That's cold blooded.
Man on
Denzel
fire.
got some lines, man.
You put C4 up his ass.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
You just a pile of skin.
Oh. The pain.
What
From
pain?
blowing up ass to face.
What pain happened so fast?
There's
you
a
don't know
quick
how to-
second of you feel your ass,
there's
bro.
a-
There's a quick second of
You
feel
feel
it.
Yeah, by the time it get
it's just hot and pinchy, and now so you gone. You out of there. Hot and pinchy, boy.
it's like eating that Pocky chip for a split second.
Oh my goodness.
From the asshole though.
You're just like, oh.
But yeah, when you get to the point though where like it's even believable, like then it's just you're living your life wrong.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because there's a lot. There's 30.
That's the last article I saw. I didn't read it, but the headline was 30
they all
allegations.
can't be making up. So y'all did nothing, like nothing in these 30.
But that's what I'm saying. The parts that the stories that involve any type of drugging, I believe it.
Drugging.
But only because that's hip hop culture, and with T.I.'s character, like it's not out the question.
Well, see, that's the and that's the problem that Torrance is talking about. It's just crazy that if it's not out the question, you're doing something wrong. Like if somebody would have told me and says, "Hey, Brittany went on a sniping killing spree," what?
When did she become a marksman out of fucking nowhere?
It's like what? Okay, that's off.
Well, and then the worst part about these situations are they take off the head of these monsters, but they don't get rid of everybody. Because R. Kelly wasn't a one-man team.
No.
He's not a smart man.
No, he wasn't.
So when you arrest him in prison, all you're doing is scattering rapists around the city who aren't getting in trouble for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so right now in the bodybuilding world, there's a really big bodybuilding coach who
Coaches are always creepy, man.
Yeah, Brandon Hendricks, he won Olympia this year for physique, his coach. And so this dude's so toxic. He the Brandon quit 2 weeks before the Olympia. They had him jumped the day before the show, and he still won the show the next day, even though he got jumped the day before. But so after all the shit came out, he got jumped. All of a sudden, this girl came out, hour-long video on Instagram talking about how he harassed her, unsolicited dick pics, and would touch her, blah blah blah. I shit you not, her comment section for that Instagram video had maybe 40 girls with stories. And so that same day he got blackballed from all the NPC media.
Wow.
He can't go to shows no more. He lost a bunch of athletes. But the thing is, this is well-known information. I knew it. Our whole team knows it. The owners had to know. People had to know.
Yeah. So now that it's public, it's a problem.
Yeah, exactly. So like, when do you start cutting off the heads of people who just letting it happen?
Yeah,
like these owners and these producers or these label heads who know what they're fucking with.
Yeah, but see,
other artists,
they purposely surround them with people who are going to be compliant and complicit with the lifestyle that they're trying to live.
But my thing with R. Kelly, he owned that building was a studio.
Organized evil is not done alone.
No way. And then that building he was in was a studio. So think about if I'm, because he did a whole album with Jay-Z. Right, it doesn't believe me that Jay-Z never went to that studio at least one time, right?
Oh yeah, that he didn't know.
And you're in a studio with 40 rooms, 30 of the rooms are locked and you can't get into, and you don't question people scattering around and women keeping their head.
If we talking about Kelly, let's talk about Aaliyah and that situation. So that because. The
Go ahead, man.
The allegations the allegations is that Aaliyah was pretty much being passed around too, even though she was with Dame Dash, she was with Jay-Z too. And so but to me, she
smashed away
you had to know about her past with R. Kelly though. Yeah. You know what I mean? You had to know. You had to know. Mm-hmm. And so, for Jay-Z,
her parents knew for sure.
Yeah.
But
that's why we would never get a real Aaliyah biopic because the real story is they're the villains.
It's her music style.
Well, I wouldn't say so.
No, it's great to hum to because that's what she's doing.
I love you,
man.
Aaliyah crawls, so Jay, now you go can run.
Her one note.
Literally.
Look,
Aaliyah's producers made her.
At first you don't see.
What'd you say, Suji?
Grab another beat from Timberland. Grab another beat from Timberland. At first you don't succeed.
Thank you. I have good arsenal for the next Aaliyah to Beyonce fight I get into.
Yeah, Timberland made her.
Timberland made her.
Oh, that was a 5-hitter machine. Timberland made her. Missy pushed her.
And let's not talk about
DMX made her official.
Let's not talk about Timberland's love for Aaliyah. He loved her. He loved her. He never touched her. I don't think he ever.
Because he got friend zoned. He was chubby.
He loved her.
That's what that was.
He got friend zoned. That's what love is.
Yeah.
That girl I could have smashed but never could.
Yeah, he loved her.
I'll be your friend
to this day. To this day.
To this day. To this day. To this day.
So here's the thing, but you know what I think was going on in the music industry, and I feel like this is with any industry.
The Illuminati?
Yes. Don't get me started on that. I'm gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna not be credible anymore. I think with any industry, there's a hey, it's us. So welcome to the music industry, welcome to the fame. You don't snitch on each other.
It's a game.
So
blood in, blood out.
Because that's why all the allegations when you come to all the the R. Kelly's, all the stuff that happens, other people knew.
Yeah.
What's your face?
It's like an unwritten rule. Hey, don't tell nobody.
What'd you say, Suchi?
What's that girl name? Eminem did a song with her recently. She released the album. It's a Hispanic chick. Brendan knows what you're talking about.
Jesse
Reyes.
She has a whole song. She won't say who it is, but she has a whole song basically saying that there are gatekeepers and they want you to do certain stuff to be allowed in the music business. And like,
Cat Williams.
in order to be like, it's a part of that industry, and people know.
That's why Cat Williams is the way he is right now, because he was whistleblowing,
Remember
and they ain't like that.
That stand up. Cat Williams talked about it. These hotel parties and
the mansion parties.
Oh yeah,
Hollywood.
They just be doing all kind of stuff.
It was part of one of his bits.
It's not just him. Hey,
that was.
You know
I think is Pimpin'? Was that one?
I think so.
Pimpin'.
And he joked about it, but he was dead serious.
So okay, hey. I was on TikTok.
What's the name?
Listen. I was on TikTok, and y'all know the Catch Me Outside girl, right? You know she light skinned black girl now.
Yeah, Bob.
She was saying a story about how she was like, and as much as I want to act like it can't be true, I just feel like it is. She said she was at an Illuminati meeting, sitting with Beyonce and Jay-Z. I know it's finna sound crazy, sitting with Beyonce and Jay-Z and talking to them. And David Spade walk in because David Spade is in one of her music videos. And it's like, well, how the hell did this person get David Spade in a music video? So she said that they had just got done doing some type of ritual sacrificing that she named off like so many amount of chickens, goats, and something else. She said, yeah, I still got my shirt with the chicken blood on it. And I mean, just running her mouth, just going. And it's like, I feel like they let people like her say stuff because it's like, no one's going to believe the Catch Me Outside girl. You can say whatever the hell you want to say.
The crazy.
No one's believing that.
The grotto is real. It's been proven that it's real, and there's video of the sacrifices and stuff that they do. Like
you can
watch it on YouTube.
Well,
like
my favorite conspiracy theory is
Wait, I don't what,
at the grotto. Wait.
What is the grotto?
The grotto is a place where all the biggest people, like all the wealthiest people in the world, like you have to have an invitation to go. It's a 15-year wait list. It's in California.
Are you talking about the Bohemian Grove?
And you're allowed one guest.
You talking about the Bohemian Grove?
Are you talking about the Bohemian Grove?
Yeah, the Bohemian Grove.
The grotto
is
is the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah,
That's why I was confused. I'm like, is there a sacrifice at the Playboy?
My bad.
Because you just described the Playboy Mansion in LA. Long ass wait. Have to be invited.
Right.
No, Bohemian Grove. There's pictures of people taking pictures
with the owl statue
and
everything.
everything.
like
But they cover that up by saying that's just Freemason stuff.
Yeah.
That's how they cover those shit up. It's always just the Freemasons.
But no, my favorite conspiracy theory,
like Joe Biden's Bible, he swore in on.
Oh, that's just his family's Bible.
Man, his spell Bible.
You look like a spell book.
Show me what spells are in that. Wasn't a Bible.
That looked like the Wizard King's Wizard King's book.
He said, "I've been." No, that's the book.
That's the book from Charm.
That is the book.
The grimoire from Charm, man.
That's the book that Biden is collecting on blacks.
Oh, this way he sucks the black.
Black
he stores the black in that book. He said, I will happily swear on this.
I've absorbed 100,000 black folks.
He tapped the book. 100 niggas died in Atlanta.
He said, powerful.
Jeremy, what would you swear on?
What you care about the
most?
Yes.
But no, I can't.
It's called the Dark Keeper.
Book talk to him.
I think my favorite theory is
don't touch. Come
on. This was I think me and Sushi might have talked about this about the Asian lady that does art and stuff, and she has those like live art exhibits and use the real blood and stuff. And the story behind it is that
use the real blood.
Yeah, well, yeah, she uses like real blood in her art and stuff. But anyway, no. So the theory is that
Just right over that.
Yeah, whose blood? Period blood, goat blood, like.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Which one?
Well, no, but listen to the theory.
No, I don't listen to your theory.
What blood? Whose blood?
I believe it's both. I believe it's like.
So it's all of the above.
So it's period blood and animal blood just mixed in.
I personally believe that it's children. But listen, Listen.
Where are we going?
Listen, you gotta listen.
So much blood.
I forget what the word is,
Our FBI
but
agent's having a stroke.
what they say is that what the elite does and why human trafficking is the number one business in the world. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Is that the elite take
Secret trying to
children,
take you out.
and when they are at these,
Like, tap that book. You didn't vote, bitch.
He said, I hear her.
Let me get this out. So the theory is that
She has to hurry.
they keep
Transmutation.
Hurry, get it out. Hurry up, baby.
She starts shaking. She got to get lighter. She losing the color. She go blind. Next you know, she's like Emma.
Like, sister.
no.
Wait, is it generational? Do your babies get lighter too?
They ain't got much in them anyway.
Neil like the Gerber baby. His name's Nathan now.
Hi, Mom.
Listen. Okay,
Okay, all right, go
stop.
ahead.
Okay,
All right,
so
sorry.
wait. Okay. So is that what they do? Is that they take children, of course, and when they're at their most scared, they extract their blood because apparently there's something that happens to the blood with the adrenaline and everything, and they inject it, and that's how they stay looking.
The
young and
originals?
stuff like that.
Are you saying Monster Incorporated took from
It's real,
took
bro.
from the Illuminati?
It's real. Yes, that's what they
J-Lo
did.
said it was just olive oil.
That's what they did, bro. Like, where you think they got it from? And Jay-Z and Beyonce and like it's just a party of the elites. That's what they do.
Jesus, man. I wish I had no morals, man. I'd sacrifice kid in a heartbeat.
So all those kids that
You hear
go
me?
missing.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So if Torrance becomes successful, it's up to us as a family to kill him.
Yes.
No,
Agreed.
Save your
Agreed.
no, we just all
No.
sacrifice one
No,
together.
no,
We
no.
always do
It's,
it.
it's my job to restore you, and it's the only way is through death.
It's okay.
But anyway,
Cleansed
that's
by fire.
what. That's what.
Your name's in that book. I checked
I
into
think
the book.
I think it was at the.
Because I love you.
I think it was at the height of all the Jeffrey Epstein stuff that her name came up.
But okay, but hear
Stuff
me
like
out.
Life, I take your pigment.
I barely have any. Not what I care. So hear me out. With when it comes to like sacrificing all that evil stuff that sounds so far fetched, right?
Aliens are real. It's not.
That's true. Like the universe is too big for the aliens not to be real. But look, here's my thing. I'm gonna, and this is kind of where my mind is at. Like, I use stuff that if stuff has happened before, it has potential of happening again.
True.
Like, and I think that's not crazy. So if we go through history, we know that these things were sacrifices, and this stuff was stuff, right? Is that can we all agree on that?
Yes, of course. Yes.
So why would it not resurface?
Yeah, I think they're like even with the Illuminati and all the rituals and stuff like that. This is just stuff that they've been doing.
Dude, like,
And that's the thing.
I'm telling y'all, after listening to these like murder cases and everything, like all the satanic stuff that goes on, I would never move to LA. I never move to California.
It's sitting on top of a giant pentagram, challenging all the evil.
They full metal LA.
Wait, actually, I'm like every time there's a
They channeling all the evil.
every time there's a crisis.
Hollywood sign, LA, San Francisco,
like
Las Vegas.
they are
Next thing
sitting.
will be a big black eye for me.
They sitting on top of it.
It's just black people. Just
The one that will consume God.
Joe Biden. It's just Joe Biden.
He's standing there. Fools. You fools.
You know what?
No, it's evil Bernie with the mittens.
But that's what Bernie was saying. He said, "Is it time?"
You know what? Listening to all of this outrageous shit, I understand why QAnon is so interesting.
Bro. Because like, look, and that's the thing. Conspiracy gets a bad rep because sometimes it gets far fetched, and it's like no. But in all of that ridiculousness,
Something's
Yeah, no,
true in
because
there.
if
It's
I really
really like,
sat here,
well, you know what?
if I really sat here and was like, yeah, so California really is sitting on top of a pentagram right now, you would think I'm crazy.
Yeah, and you'll lose all
I
credibility.
would lose any credibility to what I'm having. But me saying like, you know, that's probably where the Illuminati headquarters is at. So you probably shouldn't even really mess around with that place. That's more tamed of a conspiracy.
It's like like to put it in a more simpler thing for me. What's home dude's name? And was it Ted Bundy?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
he had
If that's what you're talking about.
family out there.
Hey, Suji, can you start yelling at me, please?
No, my bad. Okay. He
Family
had
where?
the family out there. So, like, after everything involving him got shut down, where do you think these people went? Like, they all still there. And they teaching the stuff to the next generation. Like,
Oh, you talking about you're not talking about Ted Bundy. You talking about
Manson. My bad.
Charles
yeah,
Manson.
Charles Manson.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
most definitely. Well, I have a
Well,
good.
he got married in prison, so you can definitely say they're still out there.
Well, I was on TikTok and this girl was saying how she worked at this resort on this private island, and she saw somebody who looked exactly like Princess Diana. I mean, like it was Princess Diana. That's what she was alluding to. And then other people were saying like how this island is where a lot of dead celebrities go or whatever to like not be bothered. Not so much not be bothered, but where they go when they are
Just live and never be heard from again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
so what you're saying is when people hit a certain height, if they want to fake their death, that's where they go.
Well, I think so because when I was seeing like the names of the type of celebrities that are supposedly on this island, it was celebrities that have been supposedly like people who think that that were killed or whatever.
see, like that's hard to believe because like running from fame doesn't. I mean, people do it obviously, like Andre 3000. Like, people obviously do it, but like I feel like it's less likely that all those rich people.
Well, I don't think it's
Ran
all of
from
them.
fame.
I don't think
And they
it's all.
live on the island.
Princess
together.
Princess Diana is one I can kind of believe when I was like learning more about her story and how much, you know, the queen didn't like her and how she was so different and wanted to kind of she wanted to do the exact opposite of whatever they wanted, you know what I mean? And they're their own elite too, just like we have our elite here. They have their elite there and stuff like that. And she cheated. You know, she cheated and she was cheating on
Prince white boy.
cheating on the prince with the driver and all that other stuff like that. So to me, it's not far fetched that
Then
they had her killed and she went along with it, even though she didn't. You know what I mean?
Then you believe Hitler survived then,
well, he's dead now though.
but you believe he survived initially.
Nah.
So you believe this white woman is on some tropical island somewhere because her family didn't like her, but this leader of a nation
Hey,
in the middle of the midst of war.
Yes,
There's more proof.
because that he went to Antarctica.
Yeah.
No, I do
Okay,
believe that.
thank
I believe
you,
that
thank
theory.
you.
So
I believe
I'm
that
pushing
theory.
it,
So
boy.
sorry.
Thomas is like, I'm about to end this podcast.
No, I believe that one. I believe that one.
Okay, yeah, no, he's
But
definitely
see-
dead now, but
But see, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, how far would we believe that people of power will go to stay in power? That's why, like, call me a pessimist, but it's like it's not outrageous. It's really not. But of course, you know, without this podcast sound like conspiracy theory podcast, is that conspiracy theories get so layered with unnecessary stuff like QAnon, Trump is here to save us. So now if I give you any other conspiracy, you're like, well, no, okay, that can't really.
Yeah.
Is that a conspiracy? No. I heard there's a lot of conspiracies.
I mean, they tried to take Dave Chappelle out. He was like, "All right, I'm gone," and he finally came back.
Nah.
if you can't see me, I'm trying to connect the dots.
They
Oh, no.
tried.
They tried to take him out.
When did they try to take him out?
With a conspiracy theory? What conspiracy theory tried to take out Dave Chappelle?
Focus.
You say what?
What conspiracy theory tried to take out Dave Chappelle?
No, I mean it's not necessarily a conspiracy theory, I guess, but no, they did like they tried to paint him to look as if he was crazy.
After he already left, though.
Yeah, I mean, to
No,
any.
when he spoke about it, it was before he left. Like while he was there, they started doing like strange things, like I guess trying to build a wall in his office and telling people stuff that he didn't say. Like Hollywood, I guess.
But
you know?
but that's for the Hollywood folks. I mean, like clearly somebody that stepped away from a $5 million contract.
I don't think it's not that they tried to take him out. They tried to graft him in.
Yeah,
I would say that, Suji, if you want to use a celebrity, like honestly, we mentioned early in Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
Yeah, Cat Williams.
His
he's the
fall
epitome.
was so
hard.
It was so hard, and he
He was on his road to be what Kevin Hart is,
and he started
and got stopped.
when he started talking that stuff too.
You right?
They dealt with his
He was a whistleblower. He was saying too much.
Hey, I'm surprised they ain't took Diddy out because he done got drunk and said some things a few times.
Getting drunk and saying things and just openly.
And
doing
I'm pretty
two
sure he
different
got
things.
reprimanded for
No,
it. I bet.
Diddy's too powerful.
No,
See, the problem is Diddy has a cheat code for power, and that is
Consuming talent.
consuming talent. Because think about it, people have ran through his label. You know what I mean?
I don't believe in coincidences. It's something.
Yo, he's a
lot to
monster
say.
ball for real.
Because he's the only person, and I'm shooting from the hip here, who's had three former rappers that are Muslim pastors now. Shine, Mace, and Black Rob are all Muslim pastors now.
They said we
Wait,
got
is Mason not a Christian pastor anymore?
He's full Muslim now.
They said we got to get as far away from this as possible. Well, you know,
T.I was signed to Bad Boy too. by the
Biggie
way.
was his greatest.
Was he?
That Birdman album was
Oh
the
yeah,
Bad Boy album.
yeah. Biggie was his greatest sacrifice.
He left quick.
That gave him the ultimate power.
Yeah, the Biggie Smalls, Faith Wait, and Lil Kim's face.
what? Shine being in prison.
Yeah, Shine's butthole.
You know what? I think that's a perfect segue to wrap things up.
Is that what he put in the pentagram?
Oh, what's the fifth one? Wait, what's the fifth one?
Dun 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 dun.
Diddy's working on his fifth one. Is it for French Montana?
He said it's been years.
Just the entirety of making the band.
Making the band.
The entirety of making
all of
eating
their
that
careers.
contract.
All of their careers. All of them. Daddy Kane. All their
Day
careers.
26.
Their contracts are just sitting there stacked.
Nah, his wife was the fifth one.
That was his renewal.
Cassie.
He was not Cassie.
No,
Kim.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That wasn't his wife. They wasn't married.
That was a renewal vow.
But that was the renewal. You know, his 20-year contract was up.
Well, you know, if he needs
They
five
needed a new
things, it's
sacrifice.
just Dylon.
That was the problem. He was trying to like break it. Like, no, just summon me. To our viewers, we're credible. I know we sound crazy.
I feel like
this is what happens
the
when you
theories we've had are ones that are pretty common. Like most people believe
and-
them, you know.
And this is what happened when you go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories.
And
see, that's the
conspiracy talk will have you
Look, conspiracy.
with the
Being
Donald
a Trump
Glover
supporter?
face.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
well, you know, it's a good one. This conspiracy theory is that Gerber puts microchips in all their food, so they chip us from a young age.
That's why you have to get through the stuff like that.
Or the G5 antennas in the face.
I love the internet when they started breaking open masks.
But someone said it though, bro. Because like, if you look at Gerber as a product base, right? Everything else in Gerber's arsenal is super expensive except their baby food. So you have it's like Gucci, right? Gucci's everything's expensive, but they sell really cheap flip flops. so now you got everyone buying these flip flops because there's Gucci, but they're affordable. So you know it's a good product, but it's easy to buy. Gerber baby food.
I love it.
Microchips.
Man, get us off these
This-
mics.
They're blueberry size.
This. They be tiny, girl. They put them in your cereal, girl. Maybe they were trying to tell us something, and we ignored it. He was trying to check your cereal.
Hey, you want to know a celebrity that's like trying to like who I'm surprised isn't dead yet? Tila Tequila. That girl, she be on one when she be trying to tell secrets. And I'm like, I get it. I get why they love her. Because who's listening to Tila Tequila?
They just dig her down. They just dig her down.
She's still alive?
I guess. I haven't heard anything from her.
Yeah.
She's still alive.
4'8".
Last thing I heard from her was
she
her
be telling
saying
stuff
she
like
was
that too?
racist.
Yeah, no, like Cat Williams, but she be serious. Like she be having like a whole bunch of stuff to say.
See, man, look, they can't all be. Ain't no coincidences, man. Are they all crazy? Are they all lying? All of them.
She got too many sex tapes out, so I don't know.
What's sex got to do with
you
truth?
said because she sent too many dicks, her information.
If she's not credible.
She's a whore,
that's how she gets
so
away with it.
no.
That's how she gets away with it.
They dig her down.
Her information ain't credible because she's racist.
Is she racist?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
There's a
isn't?
valid question. Where did you find it, Suchi? Where did you find the racism at?
Huh?
Is she racist?
Yeah. What are you? What's happening?
Oh, hold on, let me find it.
Okay, all right. Well, going back to
Ending the podcast.
well, we never acknowledged our original topic. Do we think he did it? Brittany says yes.
Oh yeah,
I say probably.
I'm going probably.
I can
King Zeph
believe
says
it.
probably.
I wouldn't put it past them. I would say
I
yeah.
believe it.
Wait,
I'll
and
say
then
yeah.
put so a yes, 2 probablys, and I wouldn't put it past them. That is T.I. You are living wrong, brother. Oh,
Yeah.
Suchi, what do you think, brother? Think they did
After watching these murder podcasts, I don't put it past them.
Don't
Yeah,
take my answer.
but murder podcast about white people.
No, they about black people too.
How do you know it's a podcast? They show pictures.
I mean, it's you don't watch it, you listen to it, but they tell you everything about them.
Oh,
Black
okay.
people, white people, Hispanic people, Asian people. Like it's one. The last one I listened to was about a Middle Eastern girl who grew up in like Massachusetts.
You have to show me an Asian serial killer. I don't believe that's a real thing.
Well, because he said murder people.
In Asia,
Can
yeah.
it- can't
Murder,
be-
not
I mean,
serial, just
yeah.
murder. It's,
Oh, they're just one-off murders?
yeah,
Oh,
not
one or
just. I
twos?
mean, some of them are one off, but some of them are like.
They're talking about like full-on serial killers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, you know, Asian serial killer.
I'm like that because that's an outlier.
yeah.
In Asia, yeah, they exist.
Well, I
think
want to
so?
look. I want to look it up now.
No, it was.
My phone about to die.
And I want to say within the past 15 years, there was a dude who went around and stabbed 30 people, like in Asia. This is not no.
I don't believe it.
But he's a
No,
serial,
that's the thing.
but he's a serial killer though. Just because you're stabbing people don't mean you're killing people.
Hey, you go in a crowd and stab 30 people, somebody's dying.
I'm not a serial killer.
That's true.
You're a serial stabber.
I'm a serial stabber.
Okay, all right, okay.
Like, man, that guy's on a roll. 70 stabs.
70.
All right, y'all, man. I think we done stretched this as far as we can. Where we at on time, y'all? 16 hours? 40 hours?
Nah, we're at our normal time, so let's close everything out.
Cool. All right. There's no time to explain. We are not crazy.
Check your baby food.
Gerb, if you're listening, we appreciate the support and the funding. All right, we out.